Good morning and welcome back to the Tobago Update Morning Show. We just have one short interview. Yes, we have one more interview before we close off this morning's program. And we have in studio with us Mr. Sherwin Elcock, who is the founder of DEF Academy. Yes, DEF Academy. And he's here to talk about the DEF Academy training program. Good morning and welcome, sir.
Good morning, sir. It's our pleasure to be here this morning. Pleasure to be in Tobago. I'm enjoying it. Really enjoying it.
So tell us, what does DEF stand for?
It's David Elite Football Academy. We've been running 2 years now in England, and I'm bringing that home to Trinidad and Tobago. We were in Trinidad last week. Now we obviously in Tobago to bring that training and development program for players and mostly coaches to understand the correct development method to train their players for international.
Okay, and just tell us what the elements of the training program will be about, when the program is, if there's a cost to the program, and so forth.
All right, first element, we will be dealing with lack of understanding your role as a coach. Second element is the players understanding the correct development and what it takes to develop correctly, the manner, the body language, the behavior on the pitch, off the pitch. All of the things will be explained and be taught in that program.
So I want you to explain to persons that this isn't really like you coming back from England and is a talking down to, but it's more of a enlightening in terms of what the requirements are in Europe for players to really integrate properly into that footballing culture and system.
It's very important that, I love what you said, it's very important that I make myself really clear to Tobago. I am not here to talk down on anybody or make anybody feel littled. I am here to share what I have learned in England for the coaches. I am about development. I'm not about going to a tournament and yes, I've won all the tournament for this. That's not what I'm about. I'm about to take what I've learned for these 8 years to bring home so coaches, players, parents could understand what is development, what is required in England and Europe to make it. Because a lot of players have dreams and goals and visions, but do you understand what it takes to enter into Europe, to enter into England? And that is what I'm about. That's what DEF Football Academy is about, to help share that information, that development tactics, what we need to do. So it's important for coaches to put aside that mindset and come out and say, I always say to people, don't judge me by words, judge me on the pitch. Come, judge me on the pitch.
And for persons who might be questioning who you are, what your qualifications are, what your achievements are, to warrant you that authority to come and speak to us about that, just share persons your achievements, your qualifications that give you that authoritative voice on this matter.
Currently, I am doing finishing my B license. I have about another 6 more weeks to finish my B license. I just want to say that British qualification is totally different to Trinidad and Tobago qualifications. It's way advanced. So we will say Trinidad, you have your C, you have your A, you have your B. It's way advanced to what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. I have won, for the past 9 years, I have won 7 leagues and 6 cups in Leicester City. And it's not easy to achieve that. The last one was last season going. I've won what we call the Leicester Kingship Cup, which is, you will find all these high-end academies winning those cups. I am one of the first black coaches to win that cup in over 25 years. And I'm really proud of it. When it comes to qualifications, yes, I'm there. When it comes to experience, I'm 100% there. As I said, I've been around Derby County, Leicester City, Ashton Villa, Peterborough City. These are clubs that are Premier League clubs. Champions League club I've been around for over, 6 years now. And the experience is there. The experience is there. As I said, come, judge me on that day, and you'll see what needs to.
So we know that Trinidad and Tobago football has been struggling for about 20 years now. Since after the World Cup in 2006, immediately after the World Cup in 2006, the problems began, and the problems continue right up until now. So it's almost 20 years we've been in crisis mode in Trinidad and Tobago. What are some of the shortcomings that you have noticed in the development in the development of players and in the development of coaches in this country?
I'll firstly start with the coaches. You cannot, my granddad used a phrase, you want to go buy a BMW with bicycle money. It's not going to work. You have to be able to get coaches that understand international development, not local development. I'm not bringing on the coaches who are doing their best, but you have to integrate international coaches into the local coaching to develop a program, to develop a method. One of the questions I've been asking for years, what type of football are we playing in Trinidad and Tobago? Are we playing Brazilian football? Are we playing European football? Are we playing English football? We need to establish what type of football we want to play, firstly. Now, Dwight York came and he's establishing the British football, which I love. And it's working. We just don't have the players of the standard
The talent pool.
to understand what Dwight York is trying to teach. And so far, amazing. I love what he's doing because I understand the level. So that's where the coaching is. I like the coaches and them to be more open and not closure with thoughts like, oh, this person might come and take my job, this person. Well, no, we need to get out of that nonsense. We need to understand if we want to go international, and only get international, but get internationals that belongs to Trinidad and Tobago because they know will have the heart for their country. I'm not saying don't bring a person from England or Brazil or America. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, do they have the heart for Trinidad and Tobago? That's with the coaches. With the players, there's a attitude of, I have arrived. Chest is all pumped up. We need to pat down. Because when we go over to England and Europe, it's problems. We want to come back home. So we need to deal with that structure of attitude, humbleness, humility to be able to push forward. England will not accept that. Late training. I've been in Trinidad, I'm seeing it. Coach called the training 4 o'clock. Players coming in 4:15. In Tobago, I'm seeing it. I had a tell off a player 2 days ago. He's on phone talking to girls. I'm like, hey, sort yourself. So it's all that structure needs to be there.
Yeah, and this workshop, where is it going to be?
We at Shore Park, Shore Park, Tobago. Friday, which is tomorrow, we're trying to get people 9 a.m. We want to press for about hour and a half. It's mostly for the coaches. I want to be able to explain and express what the program is about, how it's going to benefit you as a coach in Tobago. What you will learn from it. There's so much to learn. How to manage your team, how to manage parents. Because one of the things I observe when there's games in Tobago, parents is on the sideline, parents is coaching their children while the coach is trying to coach. I'll be able to teach you how to deal with those things. And those things is huge. Because you coaching and telling them, I need you to play off the left. Parents is saying, go with the ball, it's conflict. So all of these are things I'll be able to teach within that program. Managing team, managing parents, managing time. All of that would be in the program. So it's important that the coaches come out and put all ignorance aside. Let's move on. Let's press. Let's press.
And what has the interest been like in terms of persons interested in coming to the workshops and the academy? The workshops.
Oh, Tobago's been really good. I wouldn't lie. Tobago is better than Trinidad. I'm not going to lie. Trinidad started off really late. The first day was 15 players. Second day was 47, I believe. And then we end up with 76, 78, something like that numbers in Point 14. So the whole of South coming down. Tobago, they shoot off really quick. We had a little setback with little rumors. People saying, "Oh, this guy is fake. He's not real. Maybe some guy trying to come and get money." No, I understand that because it had happened before. For what I understand, people have tried to come in and run programs, take people money, and they didn't show up. So I did some loads of videos on Facebook. Even when I was coming in, I was doing videos telling people, "Look, I'm in the airport," trying to get people more confident in what I'm doing. And seeing me on the ground, because I've been around, seeing me on the ground, it has boosted people coming. Tobago also has a great pool of talent. Great. And I've already seen about 4 that I want to take to Holland. There's a tournament in Del Helga that I want to get Trinbagonians, Trinidad to come in, one team, to go over there because I have a slot due to the Aston Villa being around, and we got a slot for a Caribbean team. So I'm looking for players from the 13 to 16, 17. We allow 2 17-year-old, 2 16-year-old, and the rest is 13 to 15 to join that team. So I'm looking for these players to come out.
And what's the cost of the workshop?
The workshop is $200, which is nothing. And you get your uniforms. We had a cutout date for uniforms. So a lot of people was after the first. But there is some uniforms. I managed to get some more uniforms. So on that day, everybody will be kitted out. Right? Yeah.
And just give us one last push, one last bit of information concerning the workshop before we wrap up. Right.
Again, it's at Show Park tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, Sunday will be from 9. We're trying to get early as possible to get much as we can get. You can't pay at the door. You can't pay at the gates. You still can do that. Just to let people know, the clubs that comes to the tournament is the clubs or academy that all the balls and goals and stuff that I have coming in, these are the people that will benefit from it.
Right.
Not the ones that will not hear, because I want them to understand that this is not a one-off thing. Also, before we go, I'm hosting a tournament in Trinidad with 4 Premier League Academy will be coming to that tournament next year. And I want Tobago to be involved in it. I know people say, "No, we want it in Tobago," but obviously I'm from Point Fortin, so I needed to be there first. But I will be inviting at least 6 clubs from Tobago to take part of this tournament with these 4 Premier League Academy. I have 2 teams from St. Lucia. Grenada will be coming over as well to take part of that tournament. The tournament will be a big tournament. There's loads of scouts.
Right.
Yeah, loads of scouts will be there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, viewers, you heard it. Mr. Sean Elcock, founder of the DEF Academy. They will be having their workshops this weekend, only $200, and you're getting a lot of information, a lot of valuable information. One of the problems that we have in Trinidad and Tobago is that we do not really understand the systems, the football systems in Europe. They're very strict, they're very much regulated, and we need to be able to navigate it and realize that the standard that they demand up there is something that we're very much not accustomed to. So this workshop should be good in helping you understand what it is you need to do as a coach, what it is you need to do in terms of developing your players to give them that seamless transition into Europe. And we want to thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
I wish the best for your workshop
Thank you so much.
this coming weekend.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we have come to the end of the Tobago Updates morning program, but the Tobago Updates programming does not stop there. We have up next GMT. So do us a favor. Share the live, share the live, share the live. GMT with Chanel Felix is up next.